there, fellow gamers. Ever since the Steam Deck kind of burst onto the scene, PC gaming, it's never been quite the same, has it?
Not at all. It's really incredible.
Yeah, we're diving into a world where, high-powered gaming can literally fit in your hands, which, come on, that's what we've all dreamed about.
I know. It's like living in the future.
You want to know about the ASUS ROG Ally X and whether it lives up to the hype, right?
Right.
We've got you covered.
Yes.
We've poured over reviews from Esquire, Rock, Paper, Shotgun, Games Hub.
Oh, wow. The big ones.
The big ones.
Mm-hmm.
And even ASUS' own marketing materials, so you don't have to.
That's a lot of reading. You guys are the best.
Well, someone's got to do it.
True, true.
So, ASUS ROG Ally X, what's the deal with this thing?
Well, I think it's more than just hype, you know? I think
Yeah.
it's a response to this, growing demand for powerful handheld PCs.
Totally. I mean, we see it everywhere.
Yeah, and what's interesting about the ROG Ally X is that it's not ASUS's first attempt.
Right. This isn't brand new for them.
Exactly. They've taken what they learned from that original ROG Ally, and they've really, really tried to refine this formula.
It's like it's like taking your gaming PC, right,
Okay.
to the next level. But instead of a whole new rig, it's a handheld upgrade.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Esquire called it a sequel. And they're not wrong, right? They've doubled the battery life, moved that pesky micro SD slot
To keep things cool.
to keep things cool.
Yeah.
And even added a second USB-C port because who doesn't love options?
Oh my gosh, options are the best, especially with these things. That doubled battery life, though, now that is a game changer. Imagine getting 6 to 8 hours of playtime with Hindi games, with visual novels.
Whoa, hold on. 6 to 8.
6 to 8.
Get out of here.
Yeah, think about how many chapters of those visual novels you could blow through on a single charge.
That's incredible.
I know. Even with more demanding games, you're still looking at, a respectable 2 to 3 hours.
Okay, so what you're saying is I could actually, get through a solid play session without worrying about the Ally X, dying on me.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Now let's manage expectations a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
When it comes to the latest AAA titles, all right,
Yeah.
you can run them. Let's just get that out of the way. You can run them, but don't expect to max out the settings and get, a rock-solid 60 frames per second.
Sure.
The reviewers, they all agreed. For the absolute best experience with those graphically intense games, a high-end PC or the newest console is still the way to go.
Okay, that makes sense. But but for someone like me, and I think a lot of our listeners, with a massive Steam backlog,
Oh, yeah.
filled with indie darlings and older AAA titles, this sounds like it could be dangerous.
Oh, dangerous.
In a good way.
Right.
Games Hub even called the ROG Ally X the Steam backlog slayer.
I love that.
So what makes it so good for, tackling that backlog?
The Ally X, it really shines when it comes to those types of games. Think indie darlings, think older AAA titles. Even more demanding puzzle games like the Talos Principle 2, which Esquire reviewed, ran like a dream.
No way.
They were blown away by how quiet and cool the Ally X remained, even when playing, for extended periods.
That's impressive. But there has to be a catch, right?
Well,
Nothing's ever perfect. Rock, Paper, Shotgun did mention some quirks with this device. They called them problems even.
yeah.
And it all seems to revolve around the operating system.
Oh,
What's the deal there?
You're right. Unlike the Steam Deck, which runs on Valve's custom Linux-based SteamOS, the ROG Ally X runs on a full-fledged version of Windows 11.
Okay.
This has huge implications for what you can actually play on this device.
So it's like having a mini Windows gaming PC in your hands. That's both exciting and a little terrifying at the same time. What did Rock, Paper, Shotgun find so problematic about Windows on a handheld? Tell me they weren't trying to edit spreadsheets on that thing.
No, thankfully no spreadsheets were harmed in the making of these reviews, but they did run into, some of those classic Windows quirks, those little things that we all know and love about Windows. Games minimizing unexpectedly, launchers acting up, it seems. Navigating Windows 11 on a handheld device isn't always, how should I put it, smooth sailing.
So it's powerful, but a bit clunky at times.
Yeah.
A tale as old as time with Windows, am I right? But hey, At least with the ROG Ally X, we're not limited to just one game library like with the Steam Deck. We've got options, right, kids?
You said it. The Ally X opens up this like whole universe of gaming possibilities. Think Steam, Xbox Game Pass, the Epic Game Store, GOG.
Oh, right.
And yes, even some of those, as Esquire delicately put it, emulation options.
Oh, emulation options, yeah. We've all got that one friend, right? No judgment here.
None at all.
But let's be real for a sec. All this power, all this flexibility, it doesn't come cheap. The ROG Ally X, this thing will set you back a cool $800.
Yeah.
So the question on everyone's mind, is it worth it?
That's the million-dollar question, and unfortunately there's no, like, easy answer. The upgrades over the original Ally, they're impressive, especially that battery life. But you are paying a premium for those upgrades. You know, you could snag a Steam Deck OLED for considerably less, but then again, you'd be tied to Steam OS.
Choices. It's like trying to choose your favorite video game character. Impossible.
Oh.
But GamesHub brought up this interesting point that might make this whole debate a moot point. And that is, apparently we're still in the early stages of this whole handheld PC gaming revolution.
Yeah. Think about it. Just a few years ago, the idea of a handheld PC capable of running AAA games, that just seemed like science fiction.
It really did.
And now we have multiple devices vying for our attention. The technology, it's advancing at this incredible pace.
So where does that leave the ROG Ally X? Is it destined to become, like, obsolete before we know it?
I wouldn't say obsolete. If anything, it's like a glimpse into what the future holds. As technology advances, we can expect handheld gaming PCs to become even more powerful, more efficient, and hopefully more affordable. What we see with the ROG Ally X, its impressive specs, its clear focus on, addressing the shortcomings of its predecessor, that's the direction things are headed.
So high-fidelity gaming experiences on the go without being tethered to our desks. That future sounds pretty incredible.
It does, doesn't it? But there's more to it than just the technology itself.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, the ROG Ally X, it's not just another piece of hardware, is it?
Right.
It represents like the shift in how we think about gaming. It challenges that idea that we need to be confined to our desks, to enjoy truly immersive experiences.
We've been freed from our battle stations.
Exactly.
But it's more than just portability, isn't it? With its access to multiple game launchers and the open nature of Windows, the Ally X, it feels like a stand against those closed gaming ecosystems we see popping up like everywhere these days.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it raises a really, really intriguing question about the future of gaming.
Okay.
Will it be controlled by a few giants with their own little walled gardens?
Yeah.
Or will open platforms like the Ally X become the norm?
Now, that's a question worth pondering.
It really is.
Maybe the ROG Ally X isn't just a glimpse into the future of gaming. Maybe it's a catalyst.
Ooh.
For a broader conversation about what we want that future to actually look like.
Now, wouldn't that be a fascinating deep dive for another time?
One for the bookshelves. This has been The Deep Dive, where we take you beyond the headlines and into the heart of what matters. Until next time, game on.